In this video, we'll see how to multiply fractions. First, let's review the steps for multiplying fractions. We want to estimate our product first. Then, if we have any mixed numbers, we want to change those mixed numbers to improper fractions. We'll cross-reduce if possible. And then multiply straight across, the numerator by the numerator and denominator by denominator. And finally, we'll simplify or rename as mixed numbers if that's necessary. Okay, here I want to take a look and go through this sample here. I look at 5 30-seconds times 12 25ths. First, I want to estimate. I see that 5 30-seconds, that's close to 4 30-seconds, which is 1/8. And 12 25ths is close to a half. So I'm thinking about, well, what's 1/8 times a half? That's about 1/16, so that's my estimate. And then I want to go through my next steps here. There are no mixed numbers to change to improper fractions. So I'm going to skip that step and go to cross-reducing. To cross-reduce, I look at a numerator and denominator. So I look at 5 and 25 here. 5 goes into 5 one time, and it goes into 25 5 times. I look at 32 and 12. 12 doesn't divide into 32, but 4 will go into 12 and 32. 4 goes into 12 3 times, and 4 goes into 32 8 times. I want to multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3. 8 times 5 is 40, and that is my answer. 5 30-seconds times 12 25ths is 3 40ths, which is close enough to 1/16. In this next sample, we have a mixed number that we want to multiply. 2 and 2 21st times 1 and 2 33rds. First, I want to estimate 2 and 2 21st. That's pretty close to 2, a little more than 2. And 1 and 2 33rds, again, that's pretty close to 1. So my estimate here, 2 times 1, I know they're both a little bit greater, so I know my answer is going to be around 2, a little bit greater than 2. And then I want to solve this. I'm going to change my mixed number to an improper fraction. So I'm going to multiply 21 times 2, and then I'm going to add 2. So 21 times 2 is 42, plus 2 is 44. I'm going to keep my denominator the same, 44 over 21. I'm going to multiply that by 33 times 1 is 33, plus 2 is 35, so 35 33rds. Next, I want to cross-reduce if possible. I look at 44 and 33, and I see that 11 goes into both. 11 goes into 44 4 times. It goes into 33 3 times. I look at 21, and I look at 35, and I know that 7 goes into both of those. 7 goes into 21 3 times, and 7 goes into 35 5 times. I'm going to multiply straight across. 4 times 5 is 20. 3 times 3 is 9. I have an improper fraction. I want to change that to a mixed number. 9 goes into 20 twice, with 2 left over. So I keep my denominator the same. My answer is 2 and 2/9, which is pretty close to my estimate of 2. For this next problem here, why don't you practice it on your own. Hit pause and make sure you estimate the problem, solve it all the way, simplify, and then hit play again to see if your answer matches up to what I get. Okay, now that you have practiced this problem, hopefully you have your answer there. We will go through the steps on how to multiply this fraction 4/15 times 27 28. When I look at 4/15, I think that it's kind of close to 4/16, which I know is a fourth, and 27 28 is very close to 1. So my answer is, or my estimate is going to be 1/4 times 1, which is about a fourth. So I think my answer should be somewhere around a fourth. Okay, there are no mixed numbers to change to improper fractions here, so I'm going to go straight to cross-reducing. 4 divides into 28. 4 will go into 4 once, and it'll go into 28 7 times. 15 does not divide into 27 evenly, but 3 goes into both of these. 3 goes into 15 5 times, and 3 will go into 27 9 times. Now I want to multiply straight across. 1 times 9 is 9. 5 times 7 is 35. 9 35ths, well, I know 9 36 is 1/4, so my answer is very close to my estimate. And again, on this last slide, you can go ahead, practice this problem, hit pause, and hit play again once you've finished and see how your answer matches with mine. So now that you've tried the problem out, let's go through our steps. We're going to estimate 1 and 13 35ths. I mean, that's close to 1 1/3. And 3 1/8, that's close enough to 3. We'll keep it at 3. So I want to take 1 1/3 times 3. Well, my answer is going to be around 4. Alright, so let's go through this. We're going to change our mixed numbers to improper fractions. So I'm going to multiply 35 times 1 is 35 plus 13 is 48. Again, keeping my denominator the same, 35. And 3 1/8, I'm going to multiply the denominator, 8 times 3. The whole number here is 24, plus 1 is 25. And again, keep that denominator the same. I'm going to cross reduce. I look at 8 and 48. Well, 8 goes into 8 one time, and it's going to go into 48 6 times. And then 35 and 25, 5 goes into both of these. 5 goes into 35 7 times, and into 25 5 times. I want to multiply straight across. 6 times 5 is 30. 7 times 1 is 7. And I want to change this improper fraction to a mixed number. So 7 goes into 30 4 times, and the 7 times 4 is 28, and the remainder there is 2. So it's going to be 4 and 2/7, which is pretty close to our estimate of 4. And that is how you multiply with fractions.